Hello, Gemini. Hello, and welcome to the channel. This is going to be a plugin, a timeless plugin for Gemini, the current energy surrounding Gemini at this time. I'm going to get your vibes, lights, your tarot here. I do want to let you know that I'm aligned to love and light of God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Wow, you've got a couple of cards here. I'll take this. This is a big fat pile. We're not taking it. Gemini, look at this. Oh, that's for you. All right. That's what's going on for Gemini. I'm going to get, here we go, additional factor. Very interesting, Gemini. You got the Lovers here. That's a major arcana card. We're going to go a little deeper with regular old playing card deck for Gemini. What else do we need to know here? You're showing up as yourself. Your vibes are Gemini, the Lovers. That's your sign. So you're showing up as yourself, and that kind of can be a blessing and a curse here. Okay, kind of a double-edged sword. All right, I feel some Geminis who might be a little bit pessimistic at this time. I'm going to give you on the bottom of the deck here also from Spirit. So Gemini, the Lovers is a strong position, a strong energy to have, a strong card to have, but there's a balance and a polarity here. Maybe some Geminis are really pulling off this outer facade of everything's good, everything's okay, I'm well, but inside maybe there's turmoil, okay, or vice versa. None of us are innocent bystanders, right? Maybe we're feeling a little more calm and cool and collected than we let others on to know. Especially with the what's going on here. You've got the Five of Consciousness, a consciousness of lack. And that's like a stone heart, okay? Take this as it resonates, Gemini. A stone heart, there's like money there. It's all cracked and fading away. This person is very depressed, mourning the past here, a consciousness of lack. Everything else seems so far away. If they would just turn around, they'd see the beauty of this path and the beauty of this walkway there behind him. Did you see a fly land on this card, Gemini? I feel like you are dealing with distractions to your energy, little wrinkles or disruptions. Now, you may notice this as triggers in your outer environment. This little thing is misfiring. It's not working. This is letting me down. This is breaking. The light bulb went out. My car won't start right. These little tiny things. People are irritating me. Pets won't listen. But truly, all of the turmoil is within you, okay? So those things are designed to trigger what's already there, so that you can release it with this sorrow, grief, sadness, despair, and mourning. Sometimes it's easier to be angry than it is to be sad. Sometimes it's easier to be mad and frustrated than it is to feel the vulnerability of sorrow, right? Or grief or mourning. Maybe I'm mourning the money that I lost, a relationship that's gone, the life that I should be living. I feel this for you here, Gemini, but the reality of the situation is I feel some deep emotions here. It doesn't matter what you're mourning, okay? We all have our own unique paths and journeys. However, I feel how unresolved emotional patterns of the past, like stuffed emotions, repressed emotions, things that are just too big for me to look at, right? Those are the things that are causing the little disruptions and wrinkles to your program in the outer environment now, okay? You're showing up as yourself, okay? So take the good with the bad here, but recognize and address these things to that greatest and highest good of yourself and others. Watch before you lose your temper, because you know who you are, right? They're just pinging something within you that you've not wanted to look at for quite some time. So Spirit suggests, Gemini, that you take the time to look at these things in the privacy of your own solitude, so that you don't have to subject others to this or that kind of reactionary temper that you might be displaying. Okay, you know who you are and who you want to be and how you want to be thought of, right? So I feel here how it's important to allow yourself to cry in the safety of that space for yourself. And you know what it is. Maybe you like to go on a long drive and cry while you're driving. Maybe you like to take a long bath or shower and cry there. Maybe you like to cry into your pillow at night, whatever this might be. Maybe you don't like to cry and don't really want to touch that. So Spirit is saying, hey, the energy pattern needs release. So put on a sad movie or TV show or read a book or something that's kind of a tearjerker, right? And allow yourself to cry for others, to cry for something outside of you that's safer in that way. That'll start the process of easing the dam of emotions that is built up inside of you. And that is causing the little wrinkles of turbulence in your outer world, okay? It's an energetic dimension that we live in, Gemini. So give yourself the safety, the privacy of your solitude to cry and really let it out regularly and often. This is not a one-time thing, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. This is built up over time. So it's got to diminish and resolve over time through repeated efforts at releasing those energies, releasing them. And more so, I'm just scratching the surface here with you, Gemini, right now, okay, because this is just a quick plug-in, all right? But you cry for what you can right now, lest the universe accidentally cause you to stub your toe or smash your finger or some other thing that then you will cry. You're really hurt. You broke a bone, you're going to cry. I'm not predicting that, but I'm saying if you refuse to cry, you'll be put in a scenario where eventually it'll happen anyway. So allow yourself to cry for those on TV or a book or some harmless this or that, if that's what's easy. But the root of the matter is still there. So you have the Three of Hearts showing up, and this is no coincidence. The Three of Hearts is the Three of Cups in tarot. Okay, so this is about celebration and joy and happiness and togetherness and camaraderie and all of these things. However, those things will be felt much more deeply once you unpack these emotions. Sometimes we just want to jump and skip to the next better feeling thing. Oh, I just want to be happy, so I'm not going to deal with those problems or that abuse or trauma of the past or the grief or the circumstances that stress me out, whatever. I can feel this here out. Sometimes I just don't want to look at it. And that might be okay for a while, but not forever, because it's still there and it begs for your attention through all of those things that are triggering you. So carve out the space for yourself, okay? Allow yourself to cry. And eventually, you're going to have to get to the root of those problems and cry for the real reasons that you need to. All right, maybe just a little at a time as you can. I've got partners in spirit who want to pop in for some kind of Geminis and bring healing to you and love to you and upliftment to you and say, it's not so bad. It's going to be all right. I'm hearing twin flames, okay? But here, now, and today, you can find a twin flame, even if your partner is in spirit, all right? That is not the only love that you will ever find. And I don't know who that's going out to, but I want to let you know that it's coming from the spirit world. This is a general reading. Please take it as it resonates. You might be mourning the loss of a partner, someone you love very deeply. Please know that this is a dimension of experience and there is more love to be found out there for you. And it is not a betrayal. It is okay for you to do that. Your partner on the other side understands that it is in the divine plan for you to find other love. It always was. And now they see the whole picture. You don't. That's why you feel bad about it, okay? But they're like, no sweat. You're on the next leg of your journey. It's cool. Don't worry. Have fun, right? Live it up. That's what they want to say. So let me come back to you here, Gemini, because that was not for everyone, but that was for someone, most definitely. I need to say, eventually you'll have to cry for the root of your problems and really let all of that out and let the healing come in, the forgiveness come in, forgiving yourself for whatever you feel you've done or not done. All right. The part that you played, et cetera, forgiving others eventually. All right. Grieving and mourning the losses, the hopes and the dreams that were dashed. These are all things that could stand to be looked at, and it's okay to do so when you feel strong enough to do that in little baby steps, a bite at a time, bite-sized pieces. So I see this here for you, Gemini. One moment. So lovely energy for you, Gemini. Now remember, this Three of Hearts is also about the celebrations, okay? So when you're able to really release some of that energy, you've got to display some of that energy that you let go of with positive, high vibe energy. i.e., things that make you feel good. All right. And I feel some Geminis here who might actually be quitting alcohol or substances. All right. With this whole thing here, I just feel it. All right. And Spirit is saying that when you give up a bad habit or a routine or an activity, when you shift in that way, you've got to plug in a new healthy substitute, if you will, to help you hold that space sustainably. So make sure that you're plugging in with positive things that light you up, boost you up, that bring you joy. Make those a priority and make sure that you're filling your cup so that you are full enough to pour into others as well, Gemini. Here on the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Clubs. So the Nine of Clubs is also the Nine of Wands in Tarot. Wow, I knew that was coming. I knew this Three of Spades was coming. All right. This is the Three of Swords in Tarot, and this is about healing all those heart wounds. It is there for you. I knew it was going to show up, and this is going to be great. All right. But the Nine of Clubs feels like the Nine of Clubs can sometimes feel defeated, Gemini. Okay. But I'm here to tell you, like, who doesn't? All right. That's normal. Sometimes we feel defeated. Sometimes we feel lost. Sometimes we feel unsure, uncertain, ill equipped. Sometimes we feel like we just don't know what we're doing. And then we realize that we can make it through anyway, right? Somehow I just kept going. Somehow. Nine of Clubs can be the wounded warrior. Uh-oh. It looks like I might have had a little blip. I hope not. The Nine of Clubs can be the wounded warrior in the deck, okay? And this is about giving it your best last shot, knowing that you deserve what it is that you're setting out for. And you may have had obstacles. You may have had some turbulence, all right? You may have had setbacks, but those don't have to set you back forever, Gemini. Spirit is telling you here that you can grow and expand and move through these challenges, but you've got to stand in your truth, be righteous in your actions, and don't give up. That's what I have for you. And I thank you so much, Gemini. I am sending you all the love, my friend. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. Let me know how it resonates with you. Until the next one, I send you all the love and all the blessings. Bye, Gemini.